This month of March is going to be a busy, exciting month. We have so many announcements to tell you about. I'm just going to tell you about a few here, and then later at the end of the service, our pastor will fill you in on some of the other big things that we have going on. This quick announcement about our men's ministry. At the end of this month, we will have our men's fellowship, that breakfast time. That'll be on March the 26th. But we want to tell you about this coming Saturday. We have a men's work day. And so men, if you're available, we're going to meet here in the Family Life Center at 9 o'clock. And right now we're working on populating a list of needs of the widows in our church, yard work, repair work, things like that. We're going to have that list. And as many men as we can get here, that'll be better because we're going to try to tackle these tasks this coming Saturday. So men's work day this coming Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then put it on your calendar for the end of the month. We're excited about our next men's fellowship. Next week, we will celebrate our heritage on Heritage Sunday. This is an exciting Sunday every single year when we take a look back and thank God for the rich history that we have here, the legacy that we have here at Calvary Baptist Church. Last year, we celebrated our 75th anniversary. This year, of course, is 76 years. We're excited for that, so we ask you to be here next week. You'll hear Pastor talk a little bit more about that later.
Next week, God willing, we're going to wrap up on our Heritage Sunday with the last message of this series, going to tie right in with 76 years of life. And I think the best parts of our history are what we're going to talk about on Sunday morning in the last message in this Joy of the Lord series. Next week is a biggie, y'all, 76 years. And here's kind of how this thing's going to go. Have some very special things that day. Going to come celebrate our history. You've got a little flyer in your bulletin. That is so you can invite somebody, especially somebody who has a history here, who's been to Calvary, who loves Calvary. Get these out. Facebook it, email it, text it, do all that stuff. Let's fill the place up for the 76th anniversary. We're going to have the service over here, of course, at 10:45. When our service is completed, we're going to walk right out those front doors, going to shut down Church Street, and have a brief dedication of our chapel, our newly renovated chapel. On this campus, the original building, a lot of history there, a lot of touches that kind of throw back to the history, and it is beautiful. So we're going to dedicate it, tour it, and then we're going to head over to the Family Center for a meal. I think you probably, can I get an amen on that? I think you probably noted in your bulletin that we would ask each family, please, to bring a side dish for your family plus two. Wouldn't hurt if you want to bring a side dish and a dessert, ladies. Wouldn't hurt anything. Nobody complain. Maybe men, I don't know. Lynn can make a keen dessert. Bring that out. We're going to be receiving, by the way, a Heritage Day offering, a special offering. Just celebrating 76 years of life. That's going to be next Sunday. So if God moves you to put something aside, just celebrating our history, please do. We'll receive that next Sunday. Have the meal. No evening service. We're going to have a good long day and great day, no evening next Sunday night. I want to mention a couple of other things and we'll get you out of here. Men's ministry. Big stuff this weekend, as Andy said. Saturday the 26th, we packed the thing out last time. We want to have a whole lot of men who didn't come last time come on the 26th of March. By the way, ladies, you might mark that down. It's not in the bulletin yet. The ladies' ministry with my wife, Jenny Lovelace, and Karen Sneed, some others that are helping to lead this, is kicking off on March 26th as well. That's for all the ladies of Calvary. I believe it's going to be that afternoon, and we're going to have some announcements about that come next week. Free Child Care Friday coming up, gospel class coming up for 5 weeks. I've lengthened it out slightly of time with my wife and I, small group setting. Any questions you might have about the faith, about the church, we teach you how to read the Bible. We talk about basic knowing Christ and theology, real intimate, good thing. Since we started this a couple years ago, we've never stopped. We've always had a class make every time. There have been that many people go through the thing. If you're a church member, been here forever, if you're brand new, exploring the faith, whatever, you can sign up for that in the foyer. Easter drama, of course, coming up, and you can check the note on that. Now, two other things, and then we'll end on the biggie. Many of you have joined what we call the Calvary Book Club or the Preacher's Book Club. We're going to be reading a biography in the month of March called Hudson Taylor's Spiritual Secret. Y'all, it's life-changing. You can't make it through the thing without being moved for Jesus. About 200 and some odd pages, not long, but a lot of you. We had ordered about 20 books. Like 80 of you signed up for this thing. So if you'd like to sign up today, the books, due to no fault of our own, we ordered them as quick as we could, and the delivery company let us down. We don't have them all in, so next Sunday, everyone who orders one, they're $7 a piece. We're going to have them available here at Calvary. We're going to let you get them, and then we're going to start reading together. I'm going to be chatting about it on the group link there in Facebook, and anybody who'd like to talk about what they're reading, it's going to be a real neat deal. So next Sunday we'll have that. Let me do this. I want to ask Josh Lyles. Where's Josh? Is he in the building? Is he upstairs? There's Josh. He's up in the sound booth. Is Lee Dawn with you? Is she somewhere? She's right there. See, y'all, we'll counsel later. Come on. Two of you come down here real quick. Make your way down, and while they're coming, let me get Andy to come on up. I think Jennifer's in Kid City, isn't she? Yeah, she's working in Kid City. This is a special week because we have some anniversaries this week. We have Andy and Jennifer Little, their kids, Andrew and Avery and Addison, have been with us this week here at Calvary for 4 years. You believe that? 4 years here at Calvary. They are Andy, his title is associate pastor, and I'll miss things if I described all that Andy does. Most of you know he's my number 2 preacher around here when I'm not here. He's handling our upfront ministry with Dan Bickle and all of our getting together with new folks and talking to them and inquiries about the church. He's leading the entire life group ministry. He's doing the lion's share of all the counseling here at the church. He's helping me every week with visitation. He's teaching a Sunday school class. He's leading a life group. The guy's just all over the place, and Jennifer's doing counseling and everything else in the world as well. And we are very, very privileged to have this couple. And this is just a little pittance for how grateful their preacher is that they're here. But 4 years this week here at Calvary, and we're very, very thankful for Andy and Jennifer Little and their family. So give them a hand. Hey, buddy. Love you. Come into the light, dear friends. This week, hard to believe, but this is the 1-year anniversary for our youth pastor and his wife, Josh and Lee Dawn Lyles. And a year, I told Josh it seems like so much longer for him. Lee Dawn just, it seems like a couple of months, but I want to tell you a little bit. Of course, he's our youth pastor. It's an interesting time at Calvary. We had a lot of our kids who grew up here, graduated, went on to college. We have sort of a gap. A lot of us now have little children, not a whole lot with teenagers. But I'll tell you this, Josh, their Wednesday night program, which is the night right now that most of those school-age kids will come, and they are doing a dynamic work with teenagers in Grand Prairie, trying their best to get them in on Wednesday, get them to know Jesus, and work them on into the church life and the life of knowing Christ. And I'll be honest with you, it's a challenge. It's a daunting challenge in 2011. This couple needs all the prayers you can give them. But in addition to all that, everything with bulletins, everything with a website, everything with signs, everything with videos, everything with phone trees, gigantic role in Kid City that the Littles have as well. This couple's having a role in, along with a whole lot of other things that I would forget to mention. But we love. Lee Dawn is from my church in Big Spring, and I knew her when I'm like the weird uncle now that I'm like, I knew you when you doing that deal. But she was just a little girl, and her daddy was my youth pastor when our youth pastor left. And so we have a long time with them. But we love this couple, and they're doing a tremendous job. We're so proud of them. We can't stand it. If you're glad to have them here, give them a hand. Love you, girl.
Love you.
Write it down. Give this to you. All right. End of the month. Man, this is a biggie. Embrace Grace, Friend Day 2011. Andy said a lot about it. This is a big, big deal. We want to go after our friends and go after our acquaintances and fill this place up. That day is going to be dynamic, and it will not happen, congregation. If the staff, we're like hitting the neighborhoods. We're like going to go all around this church area, knocking on doors, talking to people, inviting it up. But this will not happen if it's just us. We're going to need you desperately. So start talking it up right now, and we're going to be talking about it. But it's not too soon to start inviting somebody for Friend Day 2011. Let's all stand. Want to mention some prayer requests. Please be in prayer for Miss Susan Mayo. We love that lady so much. Her times are in God's hands, but we just pray for her and Corky. Pray for Gloria Schneider. Pray for Miss O's sister who hospice has come in. Continue to pray for all those. And I'd forget somebody. I'm afraid to even go into it because I know I'm going to miss some folks. But those are two that are in major need, and others that are hurting this week. Please remember them in prayer and get by and see them if you can. See the family. It'll be a major blessing to them. All right?